In Jonesboro, Arkansas, we've got game 3 between the A-State Red Wolves and the 11th ranked Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina. He's up there starting things off against Dylan Farley today. This one is popped up in foul territory. Room over there for Derek Martinez, who grabs the first out of the day.
We've seen him throw pitches with 16, 17 seconds on the clock.
Campbell fields, throws, and he works a quick one here. 1, 2, 3 go the Chanticleers. Tipped into the mid of Tazi for a strikeout, and both pitchers sit down the top 3 batters of the day in order. 0-2 is the next from the Dutchman. Is tipped into the mid of Tazi for a strikeout, and both pitchers sit down the top 3 batters of the day in order. 0-2 is the next from the Dutchman. Is hit into left field, cross jumper.
Be coming in, the wind's gonna knock it down.
It toward the line, lays out and makes the grab. Yeah, immediately he kind of understood just how bad the wind would get a hold of that, and then he got on his horse and hauled in out number 1.
It really is hard to know, especially when the ball's coming off from a lefty to lefty. It's going to be spinning, and so not just the wind knocking it down, but it's going to be spinning, so it's really going to be away from you. It's a great job by cross jumper, and he's just waiting for the batter to.
The clock hasn't even started yet. Here's a grounder over to Kason Campbell, and the quick work in Dylan.
Put a clock on that. What's the clock on that inning right there?
We'll see if our guys can give us the time at the top of the second. It wasn't long. We're still scoreless.
Slider in the dirt. Something's going to be hard to handle.
And it goes up the middle. The second baseman able to come back to his side of the bag, and Barthol steps on it for out number 3. So we saw the first base runner, but nothing doing. We're still scoreless, headed to the 3rd. And he lines it off the glove of Kason Campbell, and he's going to end up getting the board, as it didn't stay in that third baseman's glove, and that's how the 3rd gets underway. And so,
oh boy,
Farley didn't get that one, and he ends up walking batter on 4 pitches. The 1-0. Bunt is down. Farley's going to have to bare hand throw, and Martinez did a good job keeping a toe on the bag. The sacrifice is good. There are 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out here in the 3rd.
I agree. You just don't see it very often anymore.
There's a fly ball lifted out to right field off the bat of Mijos. The runner from 3rd will come in to score, and Coastal Carolina strikes first.
They do all those other things.
This ball hit well to right field. Griffiths at the wall makes the catch right at the line, and the wind helps keep that one in play and gets A-State out of the 3rd, but the Chanticleers strike first.
Right there.
Henry Williams hits this in the air to right field, and that's going to get out of the reach of the center fielder, and it's going to be a leadoff double for the Red Wolves, their first base hit. They've got a runner at 2nd with nobody out.
Think about that.
Amundsen gets the bunt down. It's a good one, yeah, and the sacrifice is good, and he nearly got that for a base hit. He gets the bunt down, and the play is coming to the plate. The throw got away. Quiller is going to end up at 2nd base. That pitch was running in on him, and somehow he got that bunt down, and then Coastal tried to make the play at the plate, and it might not have been the right call.
Yeah, a couple of different things here. One, I have no idea how Ashton Quiller bunts this, but I can definitely appreciate Mike Silva seeing that opportunity. But that ball came right at, that was protection bunt. It was coming at Ashton Quiller's chest, and so he somehow gets the ball down. I mean, that's the only play the pitcher can make really at that point. Unfortunately, it's not a forced play, and it's going to be very difficult.
And he hits a shot to the 3rd baseman, who's playing deep there. Long throw across for Walker Mitchell in time, and that'll do it for the Red Wolves. They answer the Chanticleer run with one of their own. We're right back where we started.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he did come out to ask, and then they nearly got down. Got him. Martinez is already asking for the review, and Silva is wanting the challenge.
The throw actually was right on the back of Rex Watson, and Derek Martinez had to kind of move forward. But the thing he did, he ended up catching it right on his back. And you see he froze him right there, and he caught it right on his back, and he got him right on the shoulder. The problem is
Arkansas State is challenging the safe call at first base.
You know, he got to get him on the shoulder right there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's going to be overturned. But, you know, no qualms to the umpire. There's no way you can see that right there.
Yeah.
And the throw ends up being right on there. Boom. It tags him right there. And Derek Martinez knows, I got him. And I'm sure Mike Silva talks to his guys like, say, you turn to me and you do this, you better be right.
Right.
Because I'm not burning it, just wasting them.
After review, the runner is out. Arkansas State retains their challenge.
He's just trying to figure out what the move looks like.
Ozzie hits this one into shallow center field, and it is chased down by Ashton Quiller to close out the Chanticleers here in the fourth. They're going to let him have it, and Jake Henry Williams pops it up. It's been a little bit of adventure in that wind on the infield. Goes all the way to the line before it's grabbed by Thorndike, and A-State strands a couple here in its half of the fourth.
Non-lustful things that women do.
It up. It's been a little bit of adventure in that wind on the infield. Goes all the way to the line before it's grabbed by Thorndike, and A-State strands a couple here in its half of the fourth. This one hit on a line that Insco, who knocks it down and then just puts it in his pocket.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You try to retreat, that ball has top spin on it. You have a runner on, and there you go.
Farley has to just eat it, as that was just placed out there perfectly between the catcher and the pitcher.
I mean, this is just, you know, runners in first and second, nobody out right there. Call him and get him out of there. That's exactly what should have happened on the last play. The pitcher has no business making that play right there. Nice job on that one, being aggressive by Cason Campbell coming in and getting the out.
And there's Mijos, yep, going to hit it to the gap, and that's going to score 2 runs. Dean Mijos does it again with a 2-run double, and Coastal Carolina takes the lead now 3-1. Grounder over to Lane Walton, and that'll do it for the Chanticleers here in the 5th, but not before they get 2 runs on 3 hits. A couple driven in by Dean Mijos.
Nice
It's a leadoff
wow.
walk. And then it is a good at bat by Amundsen. Next from Appleman. Ground ball right side, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Just underneath Barthel, and the first 2 were on for A-State. And he gets down a good bunt. The third baseman charges in, and not in time. Heck of a bunt by Lane Walton, and the bases are loaded with nobody out.
Try to keep your hands back and go the other way.
And that one gets to the backstop. Here comes Caden Amundsen, and the runners are going to go now to second and third, and the A-State deficit is cut in half. And here comes the other runner in.
Wow.
As strike
That's a great
3
read.
got away, and Quiller jumped on it.
That's a great read. And first base is open there, so it's free to run there. And Ashton Quiller reads that so well. That ball just barely skirted outside the circle. The ball is somehow caught off the glove there. And Ashton Quiller, I mean, that's just an unbelievable read. It did not get that far from the catcher. And that's such a aggressive secondary at third base, and just a hunger to try to score.
And at Quiller, you're thinking, I don't have to beat the throw. I've got to beat the pitcher. And
Yeah,
I think he liked his odds of beating the pitcher. And he hits a base hit into left field to drive Walton in, and Arkansas State has its first lead of the day. Yeah, Raul Torres is going to come into the ball game, and he got hit. And the bases are going to be loaded again with still nobody out in the A-State half of the 5th. He hits this one through the left side for a base hit. Martinez scores. Griffiths is going to be held up. A-State keeps the line moving. Bases still loaded. Still nobody out. It's now 5-3 Red Wolves.
You know, Brad, how many times have we seen people do a full-on shift against Cason Campbell to the right side? I mean, we've seen it a bunch. He gets a fastball out over the plate, and all of a sudden, here we go again. Lane Walton did the same thing yesterday, same spot. Don't do too much. Just hit the baseball, hit it where it's pitched.
Another 3-2. And that ball is hit hard out to center field. It drifts Mijo's back. The run will come across to score. Raul Torres is going to get to third. They're at the corners with one out after an RBI sac fly for cross jumper. It's now 6-3 Red Wolves. There goes Campbell, and the pitch is swung on.
Yep.
It stayed in the yard. The Red Wolves go in order.
A bunt situation appeared, and they didn't bunt.
Swing and a miss for a big first out here in the ninth. Walton, and they're at the corners. Cooper Garrison trying to close it out. The 2-2. Pop.